I matched with her on a Tuesday, and by Friday night, I realized the profile was never meant to go on a date. It were meant to get me to take one step outside and disappear quietly. I matched with a girl on Hinge last fall, and I still don't know if she was a real person or just a face somebody borrowed. Her name was Elise. Her profile was the kind you don't overthink. Normal photos, a picture at a coffee shop, a quick video laughing at a restaurant, a hiking shot with messy hair and no filters. Her prompts were basic. I'll fall for you if you make me laugh. Typical Sunday, long walk, grocery run, movie. Nothing about it screamed fake. We talked for 3 days. She responded like an actual person. Not instantly, not like a bot. She asked questions. She didn't flirt too hard. She didn't push to move off the app. If anything, she felt safe. By the 4th day, we agreed to meet at a small wine bar downtown on Friday night. Public place, busy area. Normal time, normal plan. I got there around 8:40, a little early because I didn't want to be late and look careless. I grabbed a table near the front where I could see the door and the street through the window. I messaged her, "I'm here, no rush." She left it on red. I didn't think much of it. People get nervous. People take their time. People are late. I told myself it was fine. At 9:05, I messaged again. "You close?" No reply. At 9:20, I felt that familiar embarrassment, the one you feel when you realize a room full of strangers might be silently watching you get stood up. I was about to call it when my phone buzzed. A message from Elise. "Can you step outside for 1 sec?" That was it. No apology, no explanation, just that. I looked up at the window, like I'd see her on the sidewalk waving, smiling, making it cute. But there was no one out there, just the street lights, a couple parked bikes, and a slow drizzle that made everything shine. I typed, "Where are you?" She replied immediately, "I'm here, just step outside." Something about it made my stomach tighten. It wasn't the request itself. It was the way it was written, like she didn't need to explain, like the plan had always been that I'd obey. I glanced around the bar, people laughing, glasses clinking, music low, the kind of place where you'd feel stupid for being paranoid. So I told myself to stop being dramatic. I stood up and walked outside. The air was cold, damp. The street smelled like wet concrete. I looked left, then right. No Elise. Then, from the corner of my eye, I noticed a car parked across the street. Dark color, engine running, headlights off. The passenger window was cracked open just a little, and I saw a hand lift and make a small, slow, come here motion. Not a wave, not a greeting, a summons. My feet stopped moving. My brain did that thing where it tries to make the moment normal. Maybe it's her ride. Maybe she's shy. Maybe she's sitting inside and laughing at how awkward this looks. Then I heard my phone buzz again. Wrong door. Go to the side alley. Side alley. I stared at the message like it was a joke I wasn't in on. The bar had a narrow alleyway along the side, leading to a back entrance where staff brought in deliveries. It wasn't lit well. It wasn't busy. It was just there. And suddenly, I realized something. If Elise was real, if she was actually here, she could have simply walked in through the front door like every other adult on Earth. There was no reason for me to leave the safest place and walk toward the darkest part of the building. I typed back, "Just come inside." The reply came instantly. "I can't. Please." I stood there on the sidewalk, staring at the car with the cracked window. The hand was gone now. The engine was still running. I tried to convince myself I was overreacting, but my body didn't believe me. My body was already in survival mode. I turned around and went back inside. I sat down like nothing happened. I didn't want to cause a scene. I didn't want to be that guy who freaks out over a text. I just wanted to wait a minute and see what happened next. My phone buzzed again. This time it wasn't Elise. It was a notification. Unusual login attempt, email, then another, banking app verification code, then another, Instagram password reset, all within about 30 seconds. My blood went cold. I grabbed my phone with both hands and changed passwords so fast my fingers felt numb. I turned on two-factor. I checked my email, saw multiple, we noticed a login attempt messages, and in the middle of it all, another message from Elise. Don't ignore me. It didn't feel like a date anymore. It felt like a test, and I just failed whatever they wanted. I paid my bill in a hurry and walked out, staying in the brightest areas near people, keeping my head down, trying not to look scared. If this story is making your skin crawl, you can leave a like. It helps more than you think. The image changed to the inside of my house. The second I stepped outside, I saw the car was still there, still running, still dark. And this time, the driver's side door opened slightly, like someone was preparing to get out, but then stopped, like they were waiting to see what I'd do. I didn't run. I didn't look at them. I walked straight toward the busiest street like I belonged there, like I wasn't afraid. Then I cut into a convenience store that was still open and stood by the fridge section pretending to browse. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. You shouldn't have gone back inside. I stared at it until my eyes started burning. I never gave Elise my number. Hinge didn't show my number. So how did they have it? Another text came in. Different number. Side alley, now. My throat felt tight. I didn't answer. I just stood there in the cold aisle, listening to the hum of the freezers, feeling like a trapped animal trying to look human. I waited 5 minutes, then 10. When I finally walked out and looked across the street, the car was gone. The sidewalk looked normal again, and that should have been the end. But it wasn't, because when I got home, I found something wedged into the frame of my apartment door. A small piece of paper folded once. No tape, no glue, just placed there. I unfolded it. It was a printed screenshot. A picture of me inside the wine bar, sitting at the table near the front. The angle was from outside, through the window, and under the screenshot, someone had typed one word. Good. I locked my door. Then I checked the peephole. And even though the hallway looked empty, I couldn't shake the feeling that someone was standing just out of view, listening to me breathe. For the next week, I didn't sleep right. Every time my phone lit up, my heart jumped. Every time someone walked too close behind me, I felt heat rush to my face. I deleted Hinge. I changed my number. I told myself it was over. Then, 8 days later, my phone buzzed again. Unknown number, just 3 words. Try again Friday. I stared at the message for a long time. Then I blocked it, and I sat there in the quiet, realizing the worst part wasn't that someone tried to lure me. The worst part was that they didn't sound angry. They sounded patient, like they weren't done, like they knew eventually everyone gets tired and makes one mistake.